Hello, my Cancers. How are you doing? So we've jumped into September. This is going to be a very active month. There's a lot of stuff going on the planet. We've got 7 planets in retrograde. So we seem to be moving backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards, clearing the stuff that we may have tried to clear before, but it comes up again for us to look at. So that's kind of in some of the energies that we're facing this month specifically. And just to give you a little idea, when I sat down to start these readings for this week, I sat in meditation, and the first thing that I got was that we're going to be working on clearing, activating the chakras above the 5th. So the 5th, 6th, and 7th chakras. So not only those areas, we're going to be working on the Alta Major in the back of where your skull connects to your spine. We're working on the ear chakras. So basically what's happening is what I've been told is that we're working on clearing up those energy levels because, we've been in survival mode for the past couple of years because of all the stuff that was thrown at us, all the stories about, the pandemic, all the stuff associated with that, whether you believe that it's a real disease or you don't, doesn't really matter. The whole intent behind that was to put us into fear, to put us into survival mode. So our lower chakras are kind of shot in a sense that what we're doing now is we're activating those chakras and trying to get them into balance. But the other thing that we're also doing is we're activating those higher chakras for us because as spiritual beings, we're able to discern more easily if we integrate those higher chakras with our heart chakra, right? So today we're working specifically on speaking our truth. And the reason why Spirit gave me that message to work on that area of our body, of our chakra system, of our awareness, is because, they're trying so hard to suppress our voices. They're trying very hard to take away our First Amendment rights. And as people, as beings, like we are spiritual beings having a human experience. We come from spirit. We are spirit in the body. When we came through, there was a level of separation between God and our hearts, God and our physical bodies and our heart source and our mind and all of that, especially if you're older like I am. It was tougher for the people that have been here longer on the planet in these bodies because we just didn't have the access. We didn't have the internet. We didn't have a way to connect with one another, especially on that spiritual level, other than religion. I have nothing against religion. I am not a religious person. I do believe that God lives within me. I don't need to go to a priest or a minister or to any of those individuals, not to put them down. Please don't take this the wrong way. I just believe that God is within you. You can connect to God at any time. You have that right. You are a fraction or fractal expression of God. That's what your soul is. That's what you are. You are your soul. And you're just having this life experience. So today I was guided to work with the blue ray, the blue energies of the throat. I was first guided to get this big blue kyanite, called blue kyanite, as well as this blue apatite. It's Apatite, I think is the spelling. But if you look at the hues of this stone, there's all these levels, right, of blue in there. So that must really must really resonate well with you because you're a water sign. So all the different hues of blue. I have another smaller piece of this same stone. I have got this blue calcite, which is in its raw form, and I've got this blue moss agate, which has got all these variegations and lines through it. I know they call it something specific, but I don't remember off the top of my head. This right here is just a piece of clear quartz crystal. If you look at it, it's very, very clear. The other thing is the shape. The shape is important. I specifically chose this specific stone because of its shape. This is the shape of our Merkaba. The Merkaba is the energetic, I'm going to call it your energetic house because we live inside this Merkaba. And as we are moving into our ascension, through our ascension process, part of what we are doing is we are changing these physical bodies from carbon-based to light body. When you go light body, this is what the energy is that surrounds your physical form. But then you've also got this light that projects out. And that's the direction that we're heading. So with the cards today, I was guided to pull one card from the Raise Your Vibration Oracle deck by Kyle Gray. I really do love that deck. I love all the messages. They're all very positive. And then I'm going to pull 3 of your tarot cards. The first card is going to be your strength card for the week. Your second card is going to be your weakness, or what you're going to be challenged with, or what you need to be aware of that may surface for you so that you can be prepared, right? Because that's one of the beautiful things about readings. What I've told people since I started doing readings in the 90s, 1990, I think 1993 or something along those lines, is that once you have that knowledge, once you have this awareness, you can change your path because now you have knowledge. That's the whole point of having readings. These are just tools for you to utilize, for you to not put above you, or not to put, it's not nothing. It isn't something to worship. It's not a worship thing at all. It's just a tool. It's like using any other tool. It's like using a hammer when you need to nail in something into wood or whatever. It's a tool. And that's the way that you should look at it. And you shouldn't base your whole life on tarot either. It's just a snapshot as to what is in the vibration for you to be able to utilize and look at. Okay. And I have already shuffled your cards. So let's go ahead and pull your card. Ooh. I am supported on my path. Now, the beautiful thing I just realized is that this right here is a dragonfly. And dragonflies represent transformation. So I feel as though you're going to go through a spiritual transformation this month. Okay, Cancer. I mean, when I think of Cancers, I think of the Cancer energy as being energies of loyalty and creativity and power and intuition. You're nurturers. You've got all these wonderful characteristics. And the thing that I feel is going to happen for you this week, not only because of the activation that we're doing with these stones, right, to help activate your throat chakra, so that you can speak your truth and to start opening up all the other centers within your head. And the reason why I feel that's really important is because Spirit has been telling me that we need to become more self-sufficient. We need to be able to go within and to get our own information. We need to clear those upper areas so that our precognizance can come in, our clairvoyance can come in, our clairaudience can come in. So those are being able to see, being able to hear, just knowing, right? Just having a knowing, and knowing that it's coming from your higher self. So that's what this week is for us. And this is the energy that is that Spirit is infusing into each one of these messages for everyone that happens to listen to these readings this week. Okay. So I want to know what Kyle's message is about this. I am supported on my path. I believe we're all supported on our paths. Some of us just don't know we're on a path. Some of us are just, trying to get through day to day. But really what the guidance has been for me is part of what I'm doing is not only just giving you tarot messages, but I'm also teaching. I'm teaching about the different aspects of why these things are important or how you can incorporate more of these things into your life. Okay, so here we go. So the message that he writes is the road you are on may feel like the road less traveled. But this journey is going to be highly beneficial for your spiritual and personal growth. With this card, you've been encouraged to see how far you've come, what you have healed, and what you have overcome. Those are all really good things to take into account, because then once you start realizing how far you've come and the things that you've overcome, the journey that you've taken, you can give appreciation that you got to this point and this state in your life. And it also gives you affirmation that no matter what you face, you're going to get through it one way or another, because that's the way we are. We as beings are creator beings. And that is our mission, really, is to create our reality the way that we want it. So the universe is also encouraging you to keep things simple. If things become heavy or challenging, ask yourself, what can you do to lighten your load? What can you let go of? What can you do that will allow you to walk your path in a lighter, more fulfilled and focused way? Your path may feel like a lonely road, but the truth is you are infinitely connected. So once again, this ties right into this message that Spirit was giving me, that part of what we're doing, the work we're doing spiritually, specifically this month, is allowing ourselves to recognize that we do have that infinite connection. And how we utilize that is bringing that information through our crown, working on our pineal gland so that we can see, so we can have our clairvoyance cleared, that our ears are going to be activated as well so we can hear Spirit, right? And then our voice is really important. How you use your words. They call it spelling for a reason. And your words are important. Your words are extremely important. How you use them, the intonation, like your throat chakra is critical for all these things. Okay, so that's part of the reason why Spirit is asking us to work on that area, have an awareness of our truth, speaking our truth. Okay. Okay, so your path may feel like a lonely road, but the truth is you are infinitely connected, and it is the path you have chosen. It's important for you to fully own that. I've had people write to me on some of the messages of the readings that I've given and have said, I can tell that some people are really struggling with this concept that, we have chosen to be here. We have chosen this lifetime. And people go, nah, I would not have chosen, poverty. I would not have chosen to have death in my life, or I would not have chosen to become a drug addict, or whatever it is that they have in their lives that they don't want to take ownership for. And I'm here to say, yes, absolutely. And if you've had a hard life, if you've gone through a lot of challenges in your life and you've made it this far, you're going to make it all the way, because you're going to utilize those lessons, those experiences as your guiding principle as to how you want to treat yourself and how you want others to treat you. So it's really important to honor those things. It might have been the most horrendous experience. I've had some horrible experiences in my life. I think we all have, right? Many times there are things that we've gone through that we would never want to share because there's embarrassment or there's, we didn't quite master whatever it was that we were going through. But now at this point in my life, I can look back on those things and I can forgive myself for not having the answers. And that's kind of what this message is all about, okay? So through accepting who you are and what you're here to do, you'll create an energy that will allow others to accept you and support you. You don't need external validation. This is big. This is big. But you do deserve to feel respected, supported, and encouraged. Let that happen. So I'm here to be your champion. That's kind of my role. I have been one of those people that, I have been in the corporate work space, specifically in the biotech industry for over 20 years. And I felt as though that was a very cutthroat energy to be in. However, financially, it was the smartest thing for me. And while I had my growth lessons through that whole experience, what I did learn is that I didn't need the validation of the people around me in order to know that I could give fully of myself and do a good job. I didn't need that recognition. And that's one of the reasons why I took an administrative position, was because I don't mind propping up the person that needs to go out there and sell the product or, be whatever that person needs to be. I don't need that type of recognition because my self-worth comes from myself. And that's kind of the same message that he's talking about here. So the last message in this, in his explanation for this specific card, is he always gives you a vibe of the day. I translate that to a mantra or a affirmation. So when I pull these cards for myself throughout the day, I will remind myself to say whatever this message is so that I can solidify that within myself. Because the more you say these things, the more your mind believes them. And once you believe them, it comes true, right? It becomes reality because that's what you're telling the universe. I believe, I believe, I believe. And they just go, okay, you believe, so let's make this happen, right? So that's kind of the energy behind it. So the vibe of the day or your mantra for this week will be, I trust in my ever unfolding path. I trust in my ever unfolding path. I trust in my ever unfolding path. Okay, that's a beautiful message. Okay, now let's get to your cards. Remember, your first card is your strength card. Oh, so you have the card of the Hierophant. This is a really interesting card because this card is about knowing and it's about higher knowledge. So once again, you could be taking you could be learning spiritual principles this month. Well, this week. However, because this is a major arcana card, you're going to be working with this energy just longer than this week because the majors take us longer to work through. So basically what this is it's telling you that you are your own guru. You have your own answers. You are the person that a lot of times people will go to for clear, good communication or guidance, okay? And if you look, these two people are down below this individual. They're looking for some kind of a blessing for this from this individual. So this guy has a lot of knowledge. He's his own sage. He has just so interesting that it just ties so succinctly with I'm supported on my path. You are definitely supported on your path because this is you. This is your energy. And Spirit is saying, absolutely, you are supported on your path. Okay. And that's what this energy is about. So your next card is about your weaknesses. Oh, and you've got the Magician. Okay, so here's what I pick up about the Magician. The Magician is another major arcana card, and I do believe that you embrace the qualities of this Magician, okay? The Magician is an energy of being able to manifest and create. It's about abundance. He's got all the tools. He's got all the tools. And not only does he reach up, right? He's reaching up to the God source, reaching up to the God of his heart. He's bringing that energy down to earth. He's bringing that right through his body. But as this is a weakness for you this month, it could, or this week, it could very well be that you don't believe that within yourself, that you don't believe that you have these tools, that you don't believe that you can change your experience, or something's going to come in and it's going to make you question. And what I want to tell you is that absolutely not. You have got every tool that you need in order to be successful. You just need to tap into that energy. Okay. Now, there may be things that are going to come in that's going to make you question that. When you get hit with that energy, just sit down, close your eyes, kind of give yourself some quiet space, right? So you can then tap into your inner guru, your inner self, your knowing, right? And that's part of the reason why we're working on all this head stuff, why we're working on our throat chakra, why we're working on our third eye, why we're working on our crown chakra. We're doing all of that so we can sink into our knowing, sink into our gifts. It's time for us to come online. It's time for us to become the spiritual warriors, really, that we are. We are in a spiritual war right now. We are fighting the dark side. The dark side wants to keep control over humanity. We need as many of the light workers, we need as many people as possible to be activated, to step into their sovereignty and say, we do not comply. We are not going to comply with being a slave race any longer. And you have all the tools. You have all the tools, because this card tells you that it does. And this tells you that you are the master. You are a master of yourself. Okay. Ooh, I'm getting all fired up here. Cancer. Oh, and then your final card is the World. This is awesome. You've got all major arcana. This is going to be a kick-ass week for you guys. I'm so excited for you. The World card means happy endings, blessings. What you've been waiting for is coming to fruition. This is stepping into your sovereignty. This is just owning who you are, that you are a spark of God, right? That you have all of the tools that you need in order to become the person that you were meant to be, to live the mission. My feeling for anybody that's alive on the planet at this time that is not working for the dark side, that is basically just trying to live their life and help their families and help the people that they love and all of those things, people that are becoming self-aware, that are becoming more awakened, whatever the word is, you know what I mean, awake, that we are meant to be helpers. We're meant to be mentors. We are meant to help them on their path. That's why we're here. That's what we're here to do. We're here to help one another. And we need all of us to be fully engaged, fully activated, and fully online to step into our sovereignty. And this card right here is saying that those blessings are coming, that this activation is going to help you, that this is going to help you settle into knowing exactly what your mission is, what your soul purpose is. This is a card of happiness and joy and completions. Like that mystery will now be over, right? This is the last card of the Fool's journey through tarot. So basically, what this is stating is that you've gone through all this stuff, all the ups and downs, and all of the stuff that I talked about just a few minutes ago. And now you're stepping into your core role. So, congratulations. I am so happy to deliver this message for you today. And I can't wait to hear. Hopefully, somebody will write me and let me know if this resonates for one, and another if it has helped you. I love to read your comments, so please leave me a message because I'm here. So, and also if you want a reading, I do readings for you, and you can just look at my website. My website is Dawn Williams Tarot, and you can see what my schedule is. I would love to chat with you and help you through whatever it is that you're going through. That's part of the reason why I'm here, so I can complete my mission as well. So until next time, I hope you have an amazing week. I'm so psyched for you. This looks amazing. I wish I were a Cancer, but I'm not. I'm Taurus. So enjoy your week, and until next time, be well and be good to yourself, okay? Give yourself the time you need to step into your mastery.